Give the floor to the distinguished representative of Sri Lanka.
Thank you, Mr. President, for giving me the floor. Mr. President, over the past decade, researchers have identified intervention strategies and program models that reduce delinquency and promote pro-social development. Preventing delinquency not only saves young lives from being wasted, but also prevents the onset of adult criminal careers and thus reduces the burden of crime on its victims and society. It costs the states billions of dollars a year to arrest, prosecute, incarcerate, and treat juvenile offenders. Investing in successful delinquency prevention programs can save taxpayers thousands of dollars for every dollar invested, primarily in the form of reduced spending on places of detention. The Secretary General's Common Agenda report and the Youth 2030 strategy focuses on the need for working with future generations and youth to ensure a sustainable future. Young people are key agents of change in effectively addressing many world economic and social challenges and have great potential to advocate for themselves and their communities. The purpose of crime prevention program is not only to reduce crimes, but to reduce the workload for law enforcement officers, thereby providing opportunities for positive interaction with the public. In this context, primary, secondary, and tertiary levels of crime prevention include the tackling the problem before it happens, reducing opportunities for crime, and strengthening community and social structures respectively, and this is where our youth can help. While young people constitute a sizable portion of the world's population, they are also disproportionately affected by crime and violence. In addition, it is not uncommon for them to be seen as the main perpetrators of crime. The study of the impact of drugs on crime and disorder and provide mitigation measures by treatment, prevention, and enforcement is a modern strategy in this regard. The well-known solutions to juvenile delinquency are counseling, psychological evaluation, and activity-based rehabilitation programs. They are considered better than traditional detention cultures, centers, which are considered prisons. One must recognize that the most profound and effective method to prevent delinquency is parent and adult interaction. We must, Mr. President, recall the Kyoto Declaration, which was adopted recently at the 14th UN Congress on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice, endorsed by the General Assembly in its Resolution 76/181, which addresses the promotion of the rule of law through multi-sectoral approaches. In this respect, we see the Kyoto Declaration encouraging member states to empower youth to become active agents of positive change in their communities to support crime prevention efforts, including by organizing social, educational, cultural, recreational, sports-related youth programs and youth forums, as well as by using social media platforms and the applications and other digital tools to amplify their voice. Youth development organizations can undoubtedly play a vital role in weaning back young people into society. Mr. President, we must remember that helping young people to move out of their structured environment and back to their homes is an important and integral part to the system out of the care of care homes. This has been a most overlooked and underfinanced part of this total program. May I wind up by reminding ourselves what Khalil Gibran, the poet and philosopher, said of our children and the youth of today. It is a salutary warning to us adults. He says, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow." Mr. President, we therefore cannot abdicate our obligation to guide our young to their mature days. It is a trust. It is a trust. We cannot leave it to the state. We have to be in the mainstream of life with them. We are drafting presently, Sri Lanka is drafting constitutional changes to accommodate their views in the process of governance. We owe these obligations to each other, and the mainstreaming of our youth in the prevention of crime is an absolutely important factor. I thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the distinguished permanent representative of Sri Lanka for his important statement.